right, and here we go again. Um, Quick overview of the skills and movements that I will cover. I'll probably try to do 2 per video here. We'll see how that goes. Um, Body squats, burpees, pull-ups, push-ups, includes pike push-ups, sit-ups, mountain climbers, lunges, jump lunges included in that. Box jumps, thrusters, wall balls, and double or single unders. Um, Typically, those are what we use in my PE class. Some of those we don't even really use, but they would be pretty easy to bring into a PE classroom, and that's why I've included them. Body squats, uh, rightfully one of the first slides that I have because they are very important. Squats are a huge part of CrossFit, including body squats, even in CrossFit, not just our little PE version. Hip crease below parallel. You can see the woman in the image, the where she's squatting. She's just a hair below parallel, and that is fine. That's standard. She can go lower, but she doesn't have to. If you look at the images, you'll have a lot of students that tend to go about halfway between what you see in that squatted position and what you see in the standing. You see a lot of half squats. Um, so make sure they're getting below parallel. Weight through the heels. That keeps the knees behind the toes as well. The arms are just out there, as you see, for counterbalance. The chest up. Um, all right, she's not bent over with her chest against her thighs. That's sometimes an issue kids tend to do. They bend over too much at the waist. Scaling. There's not a lot of scaling to do for air squats, but you can put a like a medicine ball or something underneath their bottom that they to give them a target to reach down to when they squat if they're not squatting low enough. Um, there is a plate that you can put underneath their heels that also helps to emphasize putting the weight back through the heels. By plate, I mean like a 10-pound weight that you'd put on a barbell, but that might not be something you have at your disposal. I mentioned the ball as a target already, so moving on. Burpees, again, another one. It's one of the first slides because of its significance. We do a lot of these in CrossFit, and obviously no equipment involved here. So the standard, you can see in the picture, I think it's pretty obvious, but you start from standing, you get your whole body to the floor, including your chest touching the floor, and then you get yourself off the floor. And as you stand, after you stand, you jump with your hands overhead. Doesn't need to be a big jump, just needs to be feet off the ground. Scaling, there is again no real scale, but pretty much any student that's physically able, that's not chair bound or something. Most of them can get themselves to the ground and can get themselves off the ground. All right, it's not going to be the same speed for everybody, but it's doable for most everybody. I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Actually, I think I'm gonna skip on to one more. I think I've got time. Pull-ups. Pull-ups, we don't do these because we don't have a pull-up bar, but these are a big part of CrossFit, and not most, but a lot of schools do have access to a pull-up bar. Chin over the bar is the standard. There are chest to bar pull-ups, which means, of course, then you need chest to bar. But standard pull-up is chin over bar. That's a standard. That's to count the rep. Kipping is the next level thing. I don't really know that has a good place in elementary PE, K through 8, 4 through 8, whatever. So I wouldn't focus on that too much. Scales, if you have those bands, like giant rubber band looking things, those, and the thick ones, not the real thin ones. There are some paper thin ones, but the thicker ones you can use to give you an assist. If you are, let's say I can reach up and grab the pull-up bar with my arms extended this much, okay? Then I can use a jump assist to jump into the pull-ups, called jumping pull-ups. And then you can just hang from the bar with a bent arm position. Those are all scales.